today we learned all about our lovely leatherbacks and how they live in the deep blue sea. And we also learned about what they like to eat. Their favorite food is jellyfish. And so today I thought it would be fun to make together a jellyfish sensory bottle. Oh my goodness, it almost looks real. So today we are going to piece together our lovely little jellyfish themed sensory bottle all about our leatherback's favorite food. So stick around so you can learn how to make it yourself. All right, my friends, so here are the materials that we're gonna need to make our leatherback themed activity, which is our jellyfish sensory bottle. So we need a plastic bag, any color, does not matter. I just have a gray one on hand, so we're gonna use a plastic bag, a rubber band. I'm gonna use some blue food coloring. You do not need to use food coloring or paint to color the water. I just like it because it looks like the deep blue sea. We also are gonna be using our scissors. We need a plastic bottle. And I have for myself some glitter powder from jingle shells, but you do not need glitter. This is again an optional tool. This is an optional, but these are the things that we're going to be using to make our sensory bottle. So let's get started. All right guys, so first we are going to make our jellyfish. So to make our jellyfish, we need the three things: our plastic bag, our scissors, and a rubber band. So first thing we have to do is create a bubble. So you're gonna take your plastic bag, we're gonna catch some air. Catch some air, whole bunch of air. And I'm gonna go for one of the corners of my bag, and I'm just gonna start trapping air in the corner. Now, once I have a small enough little air bubble, kind of like that big, really small little air bubble, because we want it to be able to fit into our bottle. Once I have my tiny air bubble, I'm going to start twisting that corner to trap the air. And then I'm going to take my rubber band and I'm going to wrap it around that bubble quite a few times, because we really want that air to stay trapped. So back and forth, just kind of twisting and twisting and twisting until I eventually run out of rubber band. Just like that. Perfect. I can tighten it a little bit, but there's my little bubble. That's gonna be the bell of my jellyfish. Now, next is kind of the fun part where we get to cut the tentacles of the jellyfish. So, take our scissors and we are going to cut into the bag. We just want to kind of cut off all that excess. We don't need this. What we want is this little bit right here. So now what we can do is, keeping away from the bubble, we're going to start cutting strips, little lines into these areas so that it can look like little stinging tentacles of our jellyfish. So we're going to just start cutting lines into this plastic. Let's start. So we have finished our little jellyfish, and now we're gonna go ahead and kind of piece together our sensory bottle. So I have my little jelly bag inside of my bottle with my little powdered jingle shell and 1 drop of food coloring. And now we're gonna go ahead and fill it up. only air that should be in our bottle here is from our jelly friend. So filled up, let's go ahead and get the cap on and swirl it around. Moment of truth. Let's see how our sensory bottle came together. Swish it around. Ooh! Look at how our jelly is floating in his bottle. Oh my gosh, I love it. Nice and slow, floating with the current, exactly how our jellies like to be. Amazing. That was super cool. And now you guys can just kind of have a nice little desk keep that you can look at whenever you are feeling a little stressed, maybe a little blue. You can look at our lovely little sensory bottle that we made together today. Now I hope you guys enjoyed making this and learning all about our lovely leatherbacks today. And we'll see you tomorrow for our next activity. Bye.